but in 6 millionth members world, consisting more than rather than 200,000 in the UK, adverse transparency has not dampened human beings' wish to accede. At first I mind it was a bit strange, but later you begin to know which he's all on, says Anna, a elder Mason of one of England's 2 female-only Mason societies. It can be rather addictive. Masonry in England was, for 200 years, just outdoor to men. How modified in the 20th age. The at first woman gatehouse outdoor in 1908 in a man great wizard. His successors include all been woman, yet, and men are no much longer allowed to accede the gatehouse. Anna, not her actual behalf, has been a term for 21 years and has finished all 3 masonry degrees, manufacturing her one of England's largest elder woman members. We do the identical rituals, but we are fully individual to same men, she says. Anna is a sure, smart female who no one looks nor sounds love who would wish to accede an organization frequently mind of as a stifling, elite boys' clubhouse. So why did she? My man's a bricklayer, and he told I believe thou de love it, why don't you accede? I believe partially so I wouldn't groan at him departure off to meetings. Michael, a man in his deceased 40s who has been a term for 6 years, says, love Anna, he united on the guideline of someone shut to him. It was an welcome of a boyfriend, he says. I didn't aware whatever on it. I love to confidence human beings, I'm really loyalist, how type of item creature portion of a society appealed to me. How's which it is all on. Unsurprisingly, lot Freemasons are obscure while debating the Brotherhood's goal, but 2 things harvest up often while you ask why they delight creature members. Michael says the Freemasons are amongst the largest charity donors in the UK, in £33 meter grown recent year by more than rather than 180 Mason groups. Anna, too much, inclusive the charity party of affiliation as thing she enjoys. Mine work is such a superficial occupation so he's pleasant to do thing worth, she says. Remarkable although mercy may be, human beings sacrifice all the period out of connecting reticent societies. Which else, later, compels human beings to not just accede but stay devoted members. For Lot, Masonry is a public web. Above the year you construct up relationships in human beings, says Michael. We be friends a man invites who in and they usually aware every some in any case. He's a bit love Facebook in how path. You will go through human beings thou ve met in the history, surely if thou ve lived in the region for a quantity of year. We go of all walks of lifetime and professions but it becomes a web. I use how express thoroughly since the web is not to be utilized for yours own private gain, how is thing they distress. But which is a web for if it does not work for the gain of such implicated. Same perceptual is how Freemasons pat every some on the behind and see following every some in ways some amity groups don't how is a full mythology, explains Michael. It is frowned on. It is not to be utilized for yours own private gain. It very is for other. Anna adds, I don't aware a solitary some female someone's treated in my production. It has never helping me in my career. I believe in the history down there perhaps include been cases of cronyism but I've never named of a solitary instance in the females Freemasons. I aware human beings believe down there is but how's real of any community, isn't he? Every gatehouse meets 4 persons times a year formally to greet new members in ritual, the table of contents of that include ever been a close-guarded open secret. He's all relying on Tsar Solomon's shrine, says Anna. He's unparable, lightly earthed in religious time members are confused of debating policy or religious, faith in a high force has been, historic, a required to accede. Same top way to explanation it is how he's love a act, that all has a portion to, she continues. Same venerable wizard is love the conduct artist, who has the largest to say in it while you go via yours 3 ritual down there are things you include to find out, you include questions you include to find out answers to. While thou re the wizard, while you are me the right, that can get in time or so, you do the most of the speaking. The scripts themselves are never shown openly, but no, Michael says, since of any swindle or whatever supernatural or no, does a open secret community how can track its story behind to the medium ages very include a part in contemporary community? And if so, which is it? I couldn't reply for the men but for us he's to show us female in a favorable lighting, says Anna. He's all on personality development. He's a travel to find out on oneself. Michael adds, it gives you a ethical coding in regulation of earning out the top party of humane environment. Mason facts ** same names of interviewees include been modified to defend their identities.